I feel like a primal man. Join me for the weather at hand. Depends on where I stand. Back from the dead. Dance around to the sound of drums. Hold the pills on the tips of our tongues, but choose life instead. Back from the dead. Unfortunately, the short run of the Adverts, one of the prominent punk bands in the UK, at least when they started out, and their future looked promising. They declared themselves one-chord wonders early on and bored teenagers shortly after. But it all came to an end after 2 albums and 13 singles. Back from the Dead was a B-side to their second-to-last single, Television's Over, from the band's radically different second album, Cast of Thousands, on the RCA label. It was not fierce, anarchaic, rebellious punk rock this time around. It was something more sophisticated. Not in the case of Back from the Dead, but the title track, Cast of Thousands. They had background vocal choirs, even string arrangements. So far removed from the brilliant debut album Crossing the Red Sea with the Adverts. That was total, fierce, 3-chord punk, not just one. Back from the Dead, released as the B-side to the Television's Over 45, released this week 46 years ago, November 5th, 1979 on the RCA label. Shortly after the breakup of the Adverts, lead singer T.V. Smith went on to more sophisticated new wave with his band The Explorers. Bassist Gay Advert has been in and out of several obscure punk bands, never really made a dent or an impact the way the Adverts did. This episode 405 of Local Loft is not about resurrection, not like the Adverts, who never really resurrected themselves after their short run from 1977 to 1979. However, it may feel that way when several familiar names are mentioned, including the 3 members of Catapult of Propaganda, especially bassist and singer Leah Collette. Leah has gone on to a more intense and heavier sound with All Outta Gum. She is up front, the lead singer. Her growling, raspy vocal could easily be heard alongside Robert Bloodworth's angry and even raspier vocal in Catapult of Propaganda. But Leah's holding her own nowadays, of course, with a brand new band. What about the other 2 members, Robert Bloodworth and Skip Mascari? They've actually put together a new band, and the result is not as angry or intense as CTP ever got. Vow of Resonance is the new trio, featuring Robert and Skip, and Alex Zeech as their new bass player. Robert's vocals are clearer than they were with CTP. I have a live example of this band who has not yet committed anything to the studio or to any recordings, but they played a couple of gigs at Drunken Donut in their native Joliet. As far as Leah Collette goes and All Outta Gum, a heartfelt new single from them. You could write it on stationery and still scream out the words, and it would make all the sense in the world. And the next live show for All Outta Gum, coming up at J.J. Kelley's in Lansing, Saturday, November 15th. Along for the ride on this gig, Scarsin, the intense metal 4-piece out of Northwest Indiana, knows a thing or two about coming back from the dead. Their latest single, Defrosting My Victim, there's a resurrection if ever I heard of one. I'll be talking to bassist Aaron Nobles and singer Skatch Alvarez of Scarsin about their upcoming show with All Outta Gum, and Dead and Buried, Cody Zupan, who is alive and well and rocking as lead vocalist for 5 different bands. I've told you this many times before, and Dead and Buried is one of them. Chrissy Rodolphe has resurrected herself as a prominent female lead singer in the Chicago music scene several times. After her stint in Dead Man's Wake as a prominent metal vocalist, she moved on to Evil Engine. The transition between her first band and Evil Engine, who she still fronts today, took place 10 years ago this week, at least where I witnessed it, at the former Brower House in Lombard, a venue that will never come back from the dead. We'll rock back to it. Local Loft episode 405. You'll be dancing around to the sound of drums, guitars, bass, and prominent, unclean and clean, screaming, and melodic vocals in the Chicagoland area's metal, punk, alternative rock, and power pop scene with every episode of this podcast.
Well, I guess today is the day. Time to burn some shit. I like the vocals a little bit more to where you can understand it more instead of just death metal. Like, one of the things I've always said is I've always wanted to have a voice. So, like, when you hear the music, you may not know who it is right away, but when you start screaming and whatnot, then it's like you can recognize it. One of the differences, the next album is going to be a little bit more intricate. It's going to be a lot more blastier, and the vocals are going to be a little bit more than just the one kind of yelling thing. I'm going to do more screaming, growl, and then keep that same thing that I was doing before on the first album.
Well, you certainly are a clean singer. You're not one of those unclean ones who just growls and grunts all the time. All this technology just brings me down here, folks, and this episode of Vocal Loft is kind of ironic, especially ironic if we're not getting this interview with Aaron and also Skatch from Scarsin here. This is like the fourth time here, and I thank them for helping me out here. I started off this episode 405 by talking about basically resurrection, about Back from the Dead, and I must say that the latest album from Scarsin, which is their second album, first one they've done in 6 years, Your Kingdom on Fire, which the band released 2 days after Christmas. There's a lot of songs about death in here, and especially, though, there's very intelligent lyrics to it all, especially, and if I may quote a line here from Defrosting My Victim, which is the track which really caught my attention. Restricted in your capillaries, you'll lose your color, difficulty moving, getting confused, heart rate decreasing, blue in the face, last in the rat race. Aaron and Felipe and Skatch, have you guys ever, were you guys inspired to write these lyrics? Have you ever been an EMT or medical assistant of any sort? What caused you to write such poignant lyrics such as that?
This is a song that was written by Skatch, and he's never been a EMT or a medical person, but he definitely knows how to describe it. I believe he said that he was more focused on like the whole process of freezing your victim, getting them into the freezer, like what was going to happen, what was that process about is what he said, I believe.
Death is a prominent subject on this album, and it's very extensive. It takes a while when people are grooving out to this stuff because there's some very extensive instrumental intros. I mean, a lot of the songs on the album certainly go over a minute with their intros, and that was a far cry from Shadow Beats, which, Aaron, you were not on at the time. You had just joined up, and you certainly bring a whole new dimension to your bass playing. Quite solid, as you told me the last time. And what one quality of your bass playing do you think adds to the already poignant sound, seismic sound of this prominent metal band?
The biggest thing I probably add is the stage presence. You know, I mean, they've been doing this a long time, even without a bassist, where Jono was running like an A/B switch to a bass amp, like to kind of like mimic behind him, you know, as an artificial bass, but it was actually based on what he was playing. And so me being up there on stage and filling in that low end, I mean, and I give it 100%. Throw down, full body bang, and I also add the complexity of a guitar player because, in all honesty, I mean, I'm a guitar player at heart. That's what I am.
Well, your bass playing is certainly going to make the rafters ring and the roof blow off of J.J. Kelley in Lansing on Saturday, November 15th. A week from this coming Saturday, it is Scarsin. It is all out of gum, featuring another prominent bass player. She made her way first as a bassist, but now is coming into her own as quite a prominent, growling, angry lead singer, Leah Collette. And then you also have Cody Zupan and Dead and Buried. Cody's in like 5 other metal bands, and he's a very prominent singer, certainly one of the fiercest growling singers in the Chicago area metal scene. And then also Death from Within. And you can find out more about this show by going to Scarsin's Facebook page. And I want to thank Aaron Felipe Alvarez and also Aaron Nobles from Scarsin for talking to us. Guys, thank you very much.
care enough to grunt the very best. And Leah Collette certainly cares more than enough. The many times I saw her play live with Catapult the Propaganda certainly was magical. The magic of a lot of grunting, unclean vocals. And yet, they never called themselves a metal band. Now she sincerely isn't one. Sincerely Yours is the latest single from All Outta Gum. Send them a letter if you want as to how much they rocked your world on Saturday, November 15th at J.J. Kelley's in Lansing, along with Dead and Buried and Scarsin. I want to thank Aaron and Skatch for talking to us about their upcoming gig there. You can go to All Outta Gum's Facebook page for more about it. The other two former members of Catapult the Propaganda sincerely support Leah's new band, as she does the new trio of Robert Bloodworth and Skip Mascari. I recently talked to Skip, and he is doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work as a photographer at Celebration, the stellar afternoon and evening of live music for a good cause, the Forge in Joliet in September. Skip was shooting a lot of video of the different acts. But first and foremost, he is a precision and a very well-timed drummer. I have to throw in timing, of course. As we speak, the time has flipped back on us. It's that age-old ritual, daylight savings time. A lot of you are getting sick to death of it by now, but it must happen. Somewhere up in the heavens, days must get shorter and nights get longer as we start to freeze our ass off and trudge through whatever frozen slush is on the ground. We haven't gotten there yet. But we have gotten to the unveiling of the brand new trio for Robert and Skip. Yes, he does have a gruff and sometimes unclean grunting vocal. Sometimes. But Robert Bloodworth certainly enunciates very clearly to where you can hear him, even with his angry, authoritative voice. What you're going to hear is 8 minutes of excerpts from the very first show Vial of Resonance did back on September 4th for Labor Day weekend at Drunken Donut. And if you're familiar with Robert's singing with CTP, not much has changed over time. My timing's been off on this. I didn't get out to the Drunken Donut to see their debut, let alone let you know about it on any episode of Local Loft. Let's take care of that now. Timing from Vial of Resonance, live at the Drunken Donut on Local Loft.
Welcome to another fantastic edition of Electric Wednesday. Let's have a great night, everybody. But yes, we are Vial of Resonance. It's our first show.
but you still don't have what you need. Look at yourself, you're not who you wanted to be. Oh, I wish you had a light, I wish you knew the way. Look at yourself, you're not who you wanted to be.
perfectly timed playing from all three of them, just like a well-oiled machine, a well-oiled conveyor belt. The interplay between Leah Colette's bass, Robert Bloodworth's fiery lead and slide guitar parts, and Skip Mascari's precision time drumming, it all just clicked very well. But on the last track of what turned out to be their last album, this is the end of it all, Dead in the Water, and Never Return. Catapult the Propaganda was foreseeing their own future. They never will return. But you have Leah with All Out of Gum, and Robert and Skip, Vow of Resonance. And they sound quite similar to what they laid down in CTP on the Hell Pass By EP. It will be 10 years since that album came out next year. And also 10 years since I last interviewed all three of them at Exit. And that too looks like it's dead and never to return. Even though Noah Corona of Punk Rock Tacos fame tries to keep resurrecting it with an all-star concert. Plans for that are still iffy, and they haven't really officialized themselves. The period of sun going down before 8 o'clock, that's dead in the water, as we've entered daylight savings time once again. Didn't Trump want to get rid of that? How did that work out for him? I really don't think I can pass up the opportunity to play a more timely band for this period of time than the Time Beings, a trio out of Westmont. I think of them, and I also think of Stay in Time, because I saw these guys back in 1997 open for Off-Broadway at Fitzgerald's in Berwyn. And actually, that was the second time I introduced the reformed Off-Broadway featuring Mimi Bettinas on stage back then. Not so much a power poppy, jangly guitar affair as a more grungy alternative rock sound. That's pretty much what Time Beings were all about. And they never really got off the ground. This song, which is track number 8 off their second album, Lemonade, released in 1997, certainly conveys a feeling of we've lost an hour of time, gained an hour's sleep, yet still, with all this setting the clocks back, I had to get up and interrupt my sleep. There's nowhere to dream, and no time to do it. Time Beings on Local Loft.
In a town, it stood on the edge of a street. It had a place for a bed where I could lay down my head, but nowhere to dream. Barefoot through a field, I stood in a mystical stream.
No overblown, so-called expert Chicago meteorologists with all their state-of-the-art, high-resolution live Doppler technology could have predicted this one. Autumn Storm, successfully predicted by Undyne as the title track to their debut album right before COVID raged up a storm and threatened a great many lives. January of 2020. So far, any intense autumn storm of rain or snow has not yet happened. Cross your fingers that that doesn't happen, unless you're a snow lover. I have no sympathy for you if you are. Undyne, rocking up a storm throughout the month of November. Twice, Black Lung Brewing Company in Grays Lake on Saturday, November 15th. And then on Black Friday, don't gobble up too much turkey and stuffing. You'll need your stamina. And we're not just talking shopping stamina either. Your headbanging and moshing stamina. Rookies Rock House, West Dundee with Solar. Stephanie Jennings will certainly be dressed in black that night. Biker leather black. Just goes with the territory. Goes with the wardrobe, too. Go to Undyne, INDIGN's Facebook page for more about it. I talked about Catapulta Propaganda having no future and predicting it themselves. Chrissy Rodolphe certainly has a future with Evil Engine. A future you can gobble up. Neat! That's only part of it. I'll let you know about a famous food item that's returned to a totally sick hard rock, metal, and punk eatery in Schaumburg. And then I'll let you know about the next time you can check out Evil Engine. You can't eat them, of course, just check them out. Let your ears gobble up the sound. And Evil Engine will be in our rock back because it was 10 years ago this week they made their debut. Still in a transitional period, transitioning from metal to straightforward punk with leftover members of Dead Man's Wake, Chrissy Rodolphe's first band. I might as well spill the beans now. Evil Engine revs up again with a mostly new lineup, sans Chrissy Crisis. Chrissy Rodolphe. There's no getting rid of her by any means. Saturday, November 15th. That's a really big day for some really big shows, including Scarsin, Dead and Buried, and All Outta Gum at J.J. Kelley's in Lansing. The Hub in Harvard, Evil Engine, returns. With Four Horsemen, as I said before, just because Punk Rock Tacos is on the brand name doesn't mean every band is punk. And Four Horsemen certainly all had them headbanging to their thrash speed metal attack. More about them in a moment. Dimitri the Unfavorable likes to play it safe and in twos. An acoustic punk duo from Palatine, and they too are drooling over food items. Maybe the Evil Engine burger. It's those marshmallows on top, isn't it? There's already been a punk band known as the Hamburglers who have been around a good 20 years. But the two guys in Dimitri the Unfavorable, who opens the show at the Hub in Harvard, which also features Four Horsemen and Evil Engine, Saturday, November 15th. Matt and Jake from Dimitri the Unfavorable take us back to a time when Mickey D's didn't require you to pull out more than 2 quarters to lay down one of their greasy, somewhat bland, and very small hamburgers. The Hamburglar, Dimitri the Unfavorable on Local Loft.
$30 ham, wanna steal. $30 ham, ain't that great? $30 ham, down the hash. $30 ham, a delicious meal. Honey baked ham, drunk and word. Pizza won't cut it, it drives us berserk. We asked for 3 pounds, but they gave us 5. We're really hungry, need to arrive. $30 ham, wanna steal. $30
The second half of the band who makes lunch better. Four Horsemen. Other bands, today we're going with, that name again is Mr. Clown.
You have a song that's anti-Johnny Depp's girlfriend. You have a song that's anti-gun. I mean, it's all over the place, this one.
So we are anti-everything. So our next album is the fourth of the apocalypse, which is death. We're currently working on it. We're about 3 or 4 songs in. We'll probably be done with it. We'll call it June of next year.
Definitely. I agree.
And what are you going to be pissed off lyrically with this album? Maybe POTUS number 47?
Probably. Everything that we can be pissed off at, we're going to be pissed off at it.
For thousands of years, humanity lived in peace, without any murders or violence at all. And then, firearms were invented.
Around and people start to run. And when I feel the heat, I kick down that door and people to the street. Death rings out, coming from the sky. That's when you know you're about to die. The screaming is coming from the street. Bang, 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 we're about to meet. I got a brand new beat. When I gun around and people hit the ground, and damn it, my heart starts to beat. Blood starts to fall raining down in sheets. Death rings out, coming from the sky. That's when you know you're about to die. The screaming is coming from the street. Bang, 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 we're about to meet.
Melt the guns and never more to fire them. Melt the guns and never more desire them. There have been quite a lot of anti-gun songs, which really have made an impact throughout the years. That one from XTC 43 years ago on their English Settlement album is one, and Bang Bang from Four Horsemen is another. Certainly does not paint a rosy picture of having a firearm at your side. It's just scary enough seeing the animated R. Kelley scream, "I pull out my gun," in the South Park episode, Trapped in the Closet. But making quite a statement with a bullet there. No pun intended. Prepare yourself for the sonic combination blast of thrash metal and hardcore punk. That is the Four Horsemen. They certainly won over a very mixed crowd of headbangers, moshers, and slam dancers this past summer, July 5th at Punk Rock Tacos. And we'll lay down a big sonic bang Saturday night, November 15th. The Hub Lounge in Harvard with Evil Engine, Local Legends, Fingerless, and Dimitri the Unfavorable. And to supply the needed energy to mosh and rock your ass off the show, you'll want to down an Evil Engine burger, complete with marshmallows on top. Or are they eggs? They look like marshmallows to me. Kuma's Corner in Schaumburg. The Evil Engine burger has been made available once again. The band was actually there to christen it, to taste it out. I guess they've upgraded the ingredients in the menu. For more about this show, you can go to Four, spelled F-O-U-R, Horsemen, and Men is spelled M-Y-N, not M-A-N, or M-E-N, for more details. Well, you're shooting for somebody, anybody, to have your music recoil throughout their ears. This is the musical sound. You gotta have a snap, you gotta have a bang to it. Whether it's in the bass line, the snare drum hits, prominent vocals. Get your music to me, Tim Lamping, here at Local Loft. I'm not saying it could be the shot of a lifetime heard around the world, but certainly someone around the world is going to be lending all ears to your musical sound. MP3 wave or FLAC, or send me a CD, vinyl, LP, cassette, reel-to-reel tape, timlamp1 at yahoo.com, timcatdj@gmail.com. Send me an email, I'll send you a mailing address before you send me anything physical. Download every episode of Local Loft on podbean.com. Stream it on YouTube or the Podbean app. One of their songs was Get the Gun. Nice little call to arms for self-defense, so long as you use it wisely. Evil Engine. Around this time, when the band first came together, Chrissy Rodolphe took her shot as a prominent TV star. It was never meant to be that way. However, the waitress, the rude, precocious, and sometimes foul-mouthed waitress she became in her other job at Ed DeBevick's, caught the attention of so many. She was on local newscasts, even nationwide newscasts, for berating an old guy, doing her job because Ed DeBevick's waitstaff is supposed to be sarcastic to you. That's in their job description. But first and foremost, Chrissy's day job, a prominent female singer. From Dead Man's Wake to Evil Engine, and a couple of cover bands in between, she certainly has proved her worth. She made the transition from an intimate, precocious female metal singer with a fiery vocal delivery in Dead Man's Wake and carried that over to Evil Engine, who, when they first began 10 years ago, were coming out of the ashes of Dead Man's Wake. It was a transition. They even had some former members of Dead Man's Wake in them at the time, like JP, their guitarist. That didn't last long. Nor did the venue where they made their debut, Brower House in Lombard, that didn't last long either. But it was still up and rocking, and Evil Engine motored their way on in to rock the roof off. 10 years ago this week, we rock back to it.
This one's going to be a bit of a treat. If I forget the words, I'm shoving the microphone in your face.
Can someone who likes me a little bit give me some water?
What? Nobody likes me.
I know. I just figured I'd throw it out there. Maybe fuck you, your life sustenance.
Tim Lamping on location for Local Loft. I'm at Brower House in Lombard. A couple of members of this band you may remember from Dead Man's Wake, which is still together. However, it's a brand new punk band, Evil Engine, but some of the faces and the voices are familiar, like Chrissy Rodolphe, better known as Chrissy Crisis. Also, JP, the guitarist from Dead Man's Wake. There's a couple of new guys, too. On drums, we have Vince Ippolito and Mike Skull. What I've been hearing is a lot more aggressive than what I hear with Dead Man's Wake. Chrissy, let's get it from you. What would you say the main differences musically between Dead Man's Wake and Evil Engine?
Evil Engine is definitely a punk project. It's definitely driven more in the punk vein of things. Dead Man's Wake is more of a metal band, a little more of a melodic, heavier kind of sound, whereas Evil Engine is more of an aggressive punk rock, music with a message kind of a deal. Dead Man's Wake is more about heartbreak and me writing about sad things, and this is more about making a difference.
And before you longtime Dead Man's Wake fans are thinking, well, that's the end of them. No, it's not. They've actually recorded their brand new song. It's their first in 5 years, called Grand Theft Auto. There is a demo on their Facebook page. Besides that, what is going to be new and different about the music of Dead Man's Wake compared to It Comes to This, which was your debut CD of 5 years ago?
Honestly, I think the big difference between the new album is going to be called The Monster in Me. There's your fun little tidbit of new information that we haven't really released. The difference between that album and It Comes to This is just growth and maturity, and all of the songs on that first album, save one or two, were written with a male singer in mind. This new album was all a collaborative effort. It was JP and I at the helm the whole way. It's definitely going to reflect a lot more of our influences, and there's a lot more melody, a lot more harmony, and a lot more badassery all the way around.
I think it's definitely going to be, in a sense, heavier though,
because
the songs are a little simpler. The sound's got a little bit more muscle.
Is that a powerlifter joke?
No, that was a year and a half in the life of Metallica.
Oh, I hate you so much.
It's going to be a little meaner sounding, but yeah, a little more melodic, bigger choruses, but a little angrier, I think. Less about technicality and showing off, and more about just kicking down doors and fucking heads.
I have a lot of fuck yous to hand out on this album.
Yeah.